Most shocking fact about functional gastrointestinal disorders, like Irritable Bowel Syndrome or Functional Dyspepsia, is that they are not a diagnosis of exclusion. So FGID, Functional Gastrointestinal Disorders. They are a positive diagnosis, based on a specific symptom criteria, and the absence of red flag symptoms is more important than a battery of negative tests. For decades, the medical approach to a patient with chronic gut symptoms, bloating, pain, altered bowel habits, was to perform a massive, expensive and often invasive workup, endoscopy, colonoscopy, computer tomography scans, blood tests, etc., etc., etc. Only after every single test came back normal would the doctor reluctantly label the patient with an FGID, essentially telling them we can't find anything wrong, so it must be this. So the most evidence-based approach, actually it's a Roman 4 criteria, has completely flipped this on its head. An FGID is a positive diagnosis made in the clinical based on the patient's story. If a patient's symptoms perfectly match the specific criteria for IBS, for example, recurrent abdominal pain related to defecation associated with a change in stool frequency or form, and they have no alarm features, like a weight loss, rectal bleeding, anemia, or a family history of colon cancer, a confident diagnosis can be made without extensive, inexplicable, and very costly testing. So it goes against deep-seated medical instinct to leave no stone unturned and order tests to rule out every possibility. It requires a profound trust in the patient's history and clinical judgment over imaging and lab results. Yes, it saves patients from harm. It prevents countless patients from undergoing unnecessary, costly, and sometimes higher risky procedures. They are not indicated and will not change the management at all. And it validates the patient's experience. It reframes the condition from what we found nothing, which implies the symptoms might not be real, to your symptoms match a well-defined real disorder. This is incredibly validating for patients who have often been dismissed or told it's all in your head. No, actually, it's all in your head. Anyway, stay blessed. Okay.